Good afternoon, student. Am I audible to you? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
In the previous class, I teach you the fundamental torque equation. Can anyone tell me what is the fundamental torque equation? What is called fundamental torque equation? Can anyone tell me what is fundamental torque equation? Priti Kumari, do you know what is fundamental torque equation? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay. Suppose we have a motor load system. The total moment of inertia of that system is J, and if the motor and load system is rotating with angular velocity of omega m, and T is instantaneous value of developed torque by the motor, and TL is the instantaneous value of load torque. That means the motor is generating T torque and load is opposing by TL torque. Then we can write the fundamental torque equation is equal to, please write down. Then we can write the fundamental torque equation as T minus TL is equal to ddt of j omega m. We said that T minus TL is equal to ddt of j omega m. Normally j is constant. Then how we can write this equation becomes j into ddt of omega m. And this is called the fundamental torque equation. T minus TL is called fundamental torque equation. Please write down that T minus TL is equal to J ddt of omega m. This equation is called fundamental torque equation. Now, can you tell me if T greater than TL, what will happen? If the generated torque is greater than the load torque, what will happen? Whether the motor are accelerating or deaccelerating.
Sir, accelerating, sir.
Good. Motor is now accelerating. At that time, motor is accelerating. And if T is less than TL, what will happen? What will happen?
Deaccelerating.
Yeah. Good. Then we can say that the fundamental torque equation is T minus TL is equal to J ddt of omega m. This equation is called fundamental torque equation. I hope it is clear to you now. Now we move on to the next topic, speed torque, conventional and multi-quadrant operation. Previously I said that a motor is working on four quadrant operation. What are they? In previous class I said that a motor can run in four quadrant operation. What are they? Ritesh, Ritesh, can you
Yes,
tell me
sir.
what are the multi-quadrant operation of a motor or four quadrant operation of motor? Do you know that?
Yes, sir. Forward
Forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring, and reverse
and
braking.
and
These are these are the four quadrant
yes, sir.
operation of a motor. If the torque is generated by motor and the angular speed are positive, then power developed by the motor is positive, and this is the forward motoring operation, and which is situated on first quadrant, which is situated on first quadrant. And if the direction of rotation is positive and torque developed by the motor is negative, then the power developed by the motor is negative. So this is second quadrant operation is called forward braking. If the torque developed by the motor and the speed is reversed now, so the torque developed is negative and also the speed also the negative. So the total power is positive now. So this operation is called reverse motoring. And if the speed of the motor is now changing, that means if here in four quadrant operation the developed torque is positive and the speed is negative, that means the power at that time is also negative, and this operation is called reverse braking. Now I hope it is clear to you that the four quadrant operation of a motor. Now we have to explain this four quadrant operation with help of hoist. What is a hoist? Hoist is nothing but like a lift which have a counterweight and a cage. But by this cage we can transport or move man or some object from one level to another level. Anish, Anish,
Yes, sir.
now tell me what is hoist? What is hoist?
Sir, sir, I don't attend the previous class.
No, I am telling you just now. Just tell
Okay.
that just now. Hoist is nothing but like a lift which has a counterweight and cage. By that cage, we can uplift human or some object from one level to another.
Okay, sir.
And we have considering that the weight of counterweight is greater than the empty cage and the weight of loaded cage is greater than the counterweight. We have to consider that the empty cage weight is less than counterweight. We have to consider that. And when the cage is loaded, then the weight of the loaded cage is greater than the counterweight. We have to consider that. And when we uplift the loaded cage, then we have to produce a positive torque because the loaded cage weight is high, so we have to create a positive torque so that the loaded cage is going upward. Because if the uh, if that motor is replaced by a pulley, then if we stay with these two cage and the counterweight, if the cage is loaded, then the loaded cage is on the low level and counterweight is high level. If we have to uplift that cage, that means if the motion of the loaded cage is upward, then we have to create a torque so that the loaded cage is going upward. So here we consider in anti-clockwise direction the torque is positive and also the angular velocity in anti-clockwise is positive. So now tell me what is the sign of power if the torque is positive and angular velocity is positive. Now tell me what is the sign of power?
Positive, sir.
Positive. That means this is a which quadrant operation?
First quadrant.
First quadrant. And the name of that operation?
Forward motoring.
Forward motor. Good.
Forward motoring.
Good. Now we move to the second quadrant operation. Suppose we have a empty cage and if the shaft is rotating freely, what will happen? Tell me. We have an empty cage and we can rotate this shaft freely. Due to the gravity, what will happen? Tell me. We consider the counterweight is greater than the empty cage. Then what will happen? Deepak, tell me what will happen.
Yes, sir.
We are considering what? We are considering the counterweight is greater than the empty weight, empty cage, and this shaft is like just like a pulley. Then what will happen due to the gravity?
Empty cage will be up and counterweight will be down, sir.
So at that situation, the counterweight level is low and the empty cage should in high,
Up.
should in high
Yes, sir.
level. But situation is that the counterweight is high and the empty cage is uh, in below level or low level. If this situation comes and we freely move that shaft, then it will goes upward at very high speed. It goes upward very high speed. So we have to control the speed of that shaft so that the empty cage will goes upward with a relevant speed. So we have to produce a torque such a way that the speed of that shaft should be in limited position. So what will happen? We have to produce a torque by that motor in clockwise direction. Otherwise, the empty cage will move upward with high speed because at that time the counterweight is greater than the empty cage. So due to the gravity, the counterweight tension is more than the empty cage. So the speed of the empty cage is high. To restrict that high speed, we have to develop a torque in opposite of the motion of the cage. So at that time, we have to produce a clockwise torque, and though the motion of the empty cage is upward, that means the shaft should be rotating anti-clockwise. So we can say that here the speed is positive, but the developed torque is negative. Now tell me, what is the sign of power at that time?
Negative, sir.
Negative.
Negative, sir.
Negative. Good. Because the developed torque sign is negative and the rotation sign is positive. The product of these two is become negative. Then we go to the next case. Suppose we have a empty cage which is in upward and the counterweight in, actually the empty cage in high level and the counterweight is in low level, but we have to make the motion of the empty cage downward. That means we have to bring the empty cage from high level to low level. So what we do at that time? What should we do? We're going to explain that. Ritesh,
Yes, sir.
just explain what will
Reverse
happen
motoring,
and
sir.
how to do that. What is the case? The empty cage in high level and the counterweight at
Motoring.
low level. We have to bring the empty cage from high level to low level. What do you have to do at that situation?
Sir, it comes under reverse motoring.
It comes under reverse motoring, but how? Please explain. Because you have to explain in examination this. What we considering here? the weight of empty cage is less than the counterweight,
Yes, sir.
then if the shaft is like pulley, then what will happen? Is the empty cage motion is downward
Rotate in
or
clockwise direction, downward.
no? I am what I am saying. First, listen, then tell me. If the empty cage are in high level and the counterweight is low level, and if the shaft is can uh, rotate freely, then what will happen? What is the position of empty cage and counterweight due to the gravity? Their situation is like that: the empty cage in high level and the counterweight is at low level at the initial position, and the shaft can rotate freely. That means it's like a pulley. Then, due to gravity, what will happen? Is there any change of position of these two? Yes or no?
Yes,
Which weight is
entity
greater
comes
than
and
which? Which weight is heavier? Counterweight or empty cage? Which weight is heavier?
counter it.
Counterweight. And what is the initial position of these two?
No change, sir.
That the initial position of the empty cage is high and the counterweight is low. So due to the gravity, there is no change in position of these two.
Yes, sir.
So if we want to change the position of these two, we have to produce a torque such that that torque can uplift the counterweight and bring the empty cage to the low level. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we have to develop torque here in a clockwise by the motor. We have to develop a torque such that the empty cage goes to the downward and counterweight goes upward. So what is the direction of the torque at that time? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
So clockwise.
Clockwise. And what is the direction of the rotation of the shaft at that time?
Downward.
No, no. Direction of the rotation of the shaft. That means clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Sir, clockwise.
Clockwise. And
Clockwise.
what is the our convention? Which when the developed torque is positive, what is the direction of that torque?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. And what about speed?
Negative. Sir, negative, sir.
Now it also when we say that direction of the speed is anti-clockwise, that is positive. But in that case, here, in that case, that means in quadrant, third quadrant, the speed and torque. What is the sign of these two, speed and torque? Positive or negative? With respect to first quadrant, what is the sign?
Negative.
Negative.
Sir, negative, sir.
Both are negative or one is negative?
Both are negative.
Both are negative. Then tell me what is the sign of power at that time?
Positive. Positive, sir.
Positive or negative? What is the expression of power? What is the expression of power? P is equal to, what is the expression of mechanical power? P is equal to T into omega. That means developed torque into angular velocity.
Angular velocity.
It's called the mechanical power. Now the developed torque and the speed both are negative. Then what is the sign of power?
Positive.
Positive. That means this is reverse motoring, because the power is positive, so the motoring action will happen, but the direction of the rotation with respect to first quadrant in reverse. So this operation is called reverse motoring. Now we move to fourth quadrant. Here we consider that the cage is loaded and cage in higher position and the counter weight position is low. That means if we bring the loaded cage from higher end to lower end or high level to low level, what we should do? First tell me, due to gravity what will happen? What are the condition? The cage is loaded and the counterweight, which one is the position of the counterweight? High or low? High or low?
So due to
Due to
due to gravity, it try to become high, sir. Due to gravity, because cage is loaded,
cage is loaded due to gravity, what will
try
happen?
to become high.
Which one? Loaded cage or
A
counterweight?
loaded cage, loaded cage,
Which weight is greater? Which have higher weight?
counterweight, counterweight.
What do we consider? If the loaded cage, if the cage is loaded, then the weight of the loaded cage is greater than the counterweight. And if the cage is empty, then the weight of the counter is high.
Okay.
Then what will happen? Just now, tell me at that time what will happen. Which have higher weight at that time? That means when the cage is loaded, which weight is greater?
Loaded cage, sir.
Loaded cage. And if the shaft is now now freely rotate, then what will happen due to the gravity?
Counterweight will be up and loaded cage will be down, sir.
Good. The counterweight goes upward and loaded cage should be goes in downward due to the gravity.
Yes, sir.
And what about the speed of the cage? It's high or low?
High, sir.
High. It is desirable
No,
when a loaded cage is running with high speed. It is desirable or not?
not, sir.
Then that means we should control the speed of the loaded cage at that time. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then what we should do at that time?
Torque develop to try to develop in anti-clockwise direction.
That means we have to develop a torque such that it can counter the speed of the
Loaded cage.
loaded cage. So we have to develop a anti-clockwise torque. And
Yes, sir.
what is the direction of the angular velocity? Clockwise or anti-clockwise at that time?
So clockwise.
Clockwise. Now tell me, what is the sign of developed torque, positive or negative?
Sir, negative, sir.
Developed torque.
Sir, developed torque, sir.
We are considering in anti-clockwise is positive.
Yes, sir.
So
Positive, sir.
positive. And the
Positive.
and the sign of the angular velocity?
Sir, negative.
Negative. So now tell me, what is the sign of the power?
Sir, negative.
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 That means it is in braking operation.
Yes, sir.
When the power is negative, that is braking operation, and when the power is positive, it is a motoring operation. But the direction, in four quadrant, the direction with respect to first quadrant, the direction of the four quadrant operation with respect to first quadrant is reverse.
Yes, sir.
So this is called reverse braking operation. Now is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
You have to explain the four quadrant operation of a hoist or multi quadrant operation of a hoist. You have to explain. I hope it is clear to you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we move into the next topic. Our next topic is equivalent values of drive parameter load with rotational motion. That means we have to derive the equivalent parameter if the load rotate with rotating motion. We can say there are two types of motion of load. One is rotating, another is transmission or translation. One is rotating motion and another is translation motion. That means linear motion. First, we are consider that we have a motor and load whose total moment of inertia is J0, and it will moving or rotating with omega m speed, and the first load torque is TL0, and we add a another load of TL1 with gear connection, which have the ratio n and n1. The load which is directly connected to the motor, that gear have the teeth n, and another load which is connected by a gear whose number of teeth is n1. Now we have to calculate the total moment of inertia of that system and also total equivalent load torque. We have to calculate the expression of two parameter mainly. One is equivalent moment of inertia and another equivalent torque, load torque. What is our purpose? Is it clear to you? Actually, what we have to done? Deepak, which expression we have to calculate? Do you understand? Deepak, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
What is our purpose? Do you have clear what we have to calculate actually? Is it clear to you? Yes or not? Tell me. Anis,
Yes, sir.
what is our purpose or what we have to calculate? Do you know?
Sir, sir, can you explain? The,
It is not clear to you.
no, sir.
Okay. I can explain once in time. Just listen. We have a motor load system with gear connected. We have a motor load system with gear connected. We have to calculate the total or equivalent moment of inertia of that system, and we have to calculate the equivalent load torque of that system. Now is it clear to you what we have to calculate?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what we have to calculate of that system.
Sir, equivalent moment of inertia of this system and equivalent torque of this system.
Okay, good. First, we are considering the motor and first load, which is directly coupled. The moment of inertia of that system is J0, and the motor shaft will rotating with angular speed omega m, and the load torque of the first load is TL0, and the number of teeth of first gear is N, and the number of teeth of the gear which is connected by another load is N1, and the moment of inertia of the second load is J1. We are considering that. Now we can write from that diagram the ratio of speed. Actually, the ratio of speed, actually, okay, I have to discuss later because the power interruption happened. So I have to stop this class here because the battery of laptop is also ended and draining out. There is no power actually. So I have to stop our class here.